Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games All the Time. My name is Joachim and today we will be playing Mage Noir again, I should say, because I just recorded my other game against the Duke, which, well, let's just say between the Duke and I it's now 1-1. I'll leave you up to discover if I won or lost that game that I recorded. Anyway, so now I wanted to do something else. I'm going to play the Burning Wrath, which you can't really see because of the glare, but that's okay. And I'm going to play against the Corrupted Druid. Also easy. I've never played a Corrupted Druid, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen. As usual, I'm going to do two hands, and I choose one. 2 hands of 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so the first one gives me Flame, which is free, inflicts 1 damage to any target. After this spell is used as a component, discard it. So the component wise, you can only use it once. This one, for example, Fiery Arrow, you need a Flame for that. Inflicts 3 damage to the opponent, pretty nice. So if I keep this hand, it's an instant 3 damage. Draconic Flame inflicts 2 damage to any target. After this spell is used as a component, you lose 1 health. So basically every time you use it as a component, you lose health. But as a spell, it's just 2 damage. So yeah, of course, yeah. Magma Eruption requires 3 flames, inflicts 7 damage to any target, and that is why you want to keep the Draconic Flame around. Just 1 Draconic Flame, another flame, and then another flame, because you can use the flame projectile as a component. Then you can, this is 3 damage to any target, but if you combine these 3, it's an instant 7 damage with the Magma Eruption. So I like this hand, but I like this one maybe even better because it has equipment. I like stuff like equipment and permanence and everything. This is Torso, Burning Robe. If a fire spell you control would inflict damage to an opposing target, it deals that much damage plus 1. Then you take 1 damage. So basically it enhances the damage you do, but you also take damage. Fiery Arrow, we already saw that one. Sulfur Flame can only be prepared by Mage Noir, inflicts 3 damage to any target. So it's pretty good, it's cheap, but you need to be a Mage Noir. So Flame Projectile inflicts 3 damage to any target. And then Fireball, that's cool. You may discard 1 fire card from your hand to prepare this spell without the required flame components. Okay. Inflicts 2 damage to every permanent your opponent controls, then inflicts 2 damage to the opponent. So that's kind of good. It would have been good against the Duke. But yeah, even though I like this with the Burning Robe and everything, I'm going to go for the other hand because of the simple 7 damage that it has potentially. Yeah, so these will be shuffled back in, and then we can start the game against the Corrupted Druid. Now it should be fine, right? I mean, I'm a fire mage, fire against a druid in the forest, right? With wood and so on. So I think it should be okay. But yeah, you know, I don't want to jinx myself. Too late. All right, so I shuffled it all back in. So that's done. Quick camera check if everything's still fine. And then we can start. So first card here. Boom. Hollow Soldier, permanent. Each adversary's turn inflicts 3 damage to 1 player, so me. When inflicting damage to a permanent with health points, that permanent is destroyed. Alright, so when they attack, my permanent is destroyed, not the other way around, and it has 4 life. So I can actually get rid of that fairly quickly. It's 3 mana. For Flame Projectile, that becomes difficult. Draconic Flame I could instantly do, but then it hurts me. I have more than 2 health, by the way. I have 20 health. Slight difference. I could do... Well, everything needs flames. If I use a Draconic Flame, then I do lose health myself. If I put up Flame, I can only do it once. Yeah, so I could do 3 damage to that, but that's not dead yet, is it? And problem is, if I do like huge damage to it, the damage does not go to anywhere else. It'll stay. So I think I'm gonna have to just go for 3 fire. Yeah, just 3 fire, I guess. Because there's no... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill it this round anyway. So, because it gives 3 mana. So, that'll be 1, 2, 1. So I take 2 fire here. But once again, I don't have to use everything immediately. Like if I can just keep my spells there and then hit it the next round. So of course I'm going to activate Flame, but that's a one-time use, right? And then I have Draconic Flame and Flame Projectile. So I could put Draconic Flame there to have 2 flames already. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Even though it says inflicts 2 damage to any target. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. So 2 underneath, of course. At the moment I'm not taking damage yet because I'm not using that flame, but that is the end of my turn. So, oh, I forgot to draw a card. I always forget to draw a card on my turn. It's another fiery arrow, so it wouldn't have done anything. All right, so his turn. Force of Nature. Play the top card of the adversary's deck. If it's a permanent with health points, it is put into play with 4 more HP. Dun dun dun. It is not. So I guess it's just discarded. I don't think you do what it says. It's just like, if it is that, then I guess you still have to do it. I think you still do it anyway, because you play the card, right? So you have to do it again and see, maybe it's a permanent this time. It is not. Decomposition. Destroy the adversary's permanent with the most health points. So he's dead. Inflicts damage where X is the HP of the permanent destroyed this way. So it does 4 damage. Then release X mana to the available... Okay, so 4 damage, but 4 mana is released. So I'm down to 16. 16. And I cannot attack anyone yet because the Corrupted Druid is not out yet. So what I need in my hand is air and also the... is it elemental? This one. So I have 4, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll take this. These 3. Because I can't actually attack anyone yet, I think the Flame Projectile, even though it's nice, I'm going to put it up there as a preparation, as a component. So air and fire, it goes here, and because I use it as a component, and I use the flame from this one, because I use that flame to activate this, I take 1 hit point hit, so 15. All right, let me continue then. Did I draw a card? I didn't draw a card, did I? No, I didn't draw a card. Crimson Ring, where maybe I'll change my mind. Whenever you lose health points or damage is inflicted to you, you may pay 1 fire mana to inflict 1 damage to the opponent. Really nice, but I don't have any fire damage yet, so I'll probably put it into play next turn. Okay, their turn. Hollow Stalwart. So, permanent. You must target this permanent instead of the adversary and its other permanents, unless you're a Mage Noir. He has 8 life. Oh goodness. At the moment, I'm not a Mage Noir, but he puts in 2 mana. So from what I have here, means I need like this. 1, 2, and I'll take this, of course. So, boom. All right. So I draw a card. Another fiery arrow. So many arrows. I could actually kill him now. I couldn't. I don't have enough fire. I need to get more fire. But I do have enough power in here. So I'm going to activate my ring, actually. So the Crimson Ring. So whenever you lose health points or damage is inflicted to you, you may pay 1 fire mana to inflict damage to the opponent. And that's the only thing I can do. So I'm going to stop there. His turn. Another permanent. Each adversary's turn inflicts 2 damage to each player, inflicts 1 damage to the player with the least health points unless they're... So 3 damage to me, in other words. But he's weaker though. But I have to kill him first because he's protected. Oh, so annoying. 3 mana, so it's going to be all fire because I need fire. 1, 2, 3. So 2 fires. Okay, I need to hit that guy now. I kind of have no choice. So what I'm going to do is Magma Eruption, so 3 and 1. So that does 7 damage to the Stalwart. But because of Draconic Flame, and I'm using that flame, I lose 1 health, so it's 14. This flame goes away, because it goes away after use. And because I lost health because of this, I don't have fire mana to pay. So he's not dead yet. That's too bad. In that case, I'm just gonna wait. This is now prepared. This flame is gone. And I'm not hitting him yet because I need to have a flame to be able to kill him. So, his turn again. The Corrupted Druid, he's here. The adversary plays 1 additional card per turn. Damage inflicted by the adversary is not affected by Protector. Cannot be targeted as long as the adversary controls a permanent with hell points. When this is destroyed, players win the game. Okay, so I have to kill his permanents to get to the Druid. And now inflicts 3 damage to me as well, so that's 11. And he brings 0 mana. Really? So I take 1 fire. 2 fire, sorry. Oh, that's annoying. So, of course, Magma Eruption, which is 7 damage. So this one goes here. This one goes back to Hup. So 7 damage to him, 1 damage to me. Well, I would do damage to me, I guess. Yeah. I guess the flame should have been gone now. I guess, okay, let's say I prepared it now and then did it. Otherwise, that was my strategy, but I misunderstood. So in that case, I do pay 1 fire. And an extra damage to him, so he's destroyed. So that leaves me with these 3 cards and only 1 fire left, which means I can't do anything. And it's the end of my turn. Oh, I had to draw a card too, which is Fiery Arrow again. That doesn't matter. His turn. So he draws a card. Another Hollow Sentinel. So that means... oh, he plays 2 cards actually. Oh my goodness. Oh. Alright, so... the question is which cards... I guess we have to do this first. So... 3 damage, so I'm down to 5. I could pay 1 fire mana to do 1 damage to someone, which I will. So 1 damage to him. One damage to him. And then he destroys him. Actually, 1 damage to him. No. So he'll hit me for 3 damage. Yeah, he'll hit me for 3 damage. And die. And then 3 damages, and then 3 mana is released to the ether. So I think that's gonna be all fire. So 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And then it's my turn. I take all this. I don't think it's looking good. I draw a card, which is the Mask. At any time you may look at the top card of your deck. Components need multiple times to prepare your fire spells. Components needed multiple times to prepare your fire spells are needed 1 less time. Okay, that's actually really good. Because that means I have more than once. Okay. So I have 4 fire now. So I could release 2 arrows. So I could kill the Hollow Sentinel and do damage to him, which of course is what I'll do. But the problem is, and I'll use this flame, so another Draconic Flame. So 2 fiery arrows, which is 2 and 2. So that's 6 damage. So 3 damage to him, destroyed. 3 damage to him. So it's down to 12. And then these 2 go away. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Oh, and actually there was an extra 3 mana that was supposed to be released. Yeah. I think that would have given me 2 fire extra. So let's say 2 fire, 1, and the other one would have been here. All right, now his turn. He's going to play 2 cards. So first one, Hollow Soldier. Each adversary's turn inflicts 3 damage to one player. But I don't know, does it happen right now or not? I guess so. So he does 3 damage to me, which puts me down to 2. But I spend 1 fire to hit him for 1. And then the second card might kill me. Oh, he's just protected again. But 5 mana is released. And then this is shuffled. So 5 mana is released. But I don't see how I can kill him. Honestly. Because I need to do so much damage. Because of the Hollow Stalwart. And there's no way to heal myself. So 5 mana. Which I guess should be some vegetal, and that's it. So let's do 2 vegetal and 3 fire. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take all this. It's a ton of fire, and I get a card. Fire Whip. Equipment. At the beginning of your turn, inflicts 1 damage to the opponent. Yeah, but yeah. I need to do 8 damage to him. I don't know how. I don't know how. Well, I'll just do 6 damage, I guess. So that's 4. They're spent. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 damage to that guy. Because he's defending. And then I have a Fire Whip and a Fire Mask, which I can both put into play, but I will, but I think my time here is over. So 3 for the Fire Whip. At the beginning of my turn, I do 1 damage to the opponent, which I guess has to be him again. And then the Fire Mask, at any time, I can look at the top card of my deck. So let's take a look. Fireball. So that should be nice, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cast it. That's the end of my turn. And he, of course, is going to play 2 cards. First one, Force of Nature. Play the top card of the adversary deck. If it's a permanent, it gets 4 HP extra. It is a permanent. 2 damage to each player. I'm dead. Yeah, but this is crazy. This is supposed to be easy, but then the moment this guy comes out with 8 health, are you kidding me? I basically did my power move to get him out of the way, and then there's so little cards in here that it comes out almost immediately, and there's 2 of them, right? Aren't there 2 of them? Yeah, there's 2 of them. So how am I supposed to do that? There's like other cards in here that are way better, or what? Burning Robe. Just adds 1 damage, but you damage yourself. Fireball, okay. But then 7 damage, sure. I mean, the Magma Eruptions are cool if you get them, but I only got 1. At the start of your turn, pay 1 fire mana or discard the spell. So you have to keep paying fire mana to keep this going. Fission, you may discard 1 fire card from your hand to prepare the spell without the required fire. Destroy 1 permanent. Yeah, okay. But yeah, where were you when I needed you, Fission? How many Fissions are there? Only 2 in the whole deck. Okay, so it seems that when I'm playing and I'm recording, I play shitty and lose. Well, any tips are always welcome. I did this way faster than the first time because it was 40 minutes. Now it's 20 minutes and I'm already dead. Great. Maybe I did too much damage to myself, but this does that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't see how especially with this force of nature, right? Maybe you just play the top card, and if it's not that, you discard it, but you just play, right? So you should do what it says. And even if multiple ones come out and you bring out more mana, if you don't have the cards or don't have ways to draw more cards, then it's done very quickly. I want to play against a human. This is easy. What is difficult then? Like I said in the previous one as well, with the Duke, my first time I played, I put out a forest, and then I could just bang, hit the guy the moment he came out. But this one comes out, and he has freaking protection. Like a lot of protection. Like I agreed, I killed that guy before. I didn't actually have to kill this guy before. I could have just gone for him. But then there would have been, what, 4 extra damage? And it's still down to 8. So playing this deck, you need to actually playing this opponent, you need to actually have like a huge punch to get the stalwart out of the way, and then hope the second one doesn't come out quickly. Because, yeah. I have a bunch of spells prepared and then just release them the moment they come out. Of course, like with the Fire Whip, then you can whittle down the Stalwart a little bit, so that would help. But then how many Fire Whips are there? 2. Yeah. I think the only thing there's 4 fiery arrows in the whole deck. I think they all came out. Yeah, they all came out. Okay, what would have been the next 5 cards? Fireball, we already knew that. Flame, you do 1 damage to a target. Fireball again, which would have been easier. And Draconic Flame, do 2 damage to any target. Yeah. The problem is hurting yourself, right? It's really painful. Another Flame. Crimson Ritual, then I would have become a Mage Noir. But then during your main phase, you may lose 1 HP to take 1 fire mana from the Infinite Ether and draw 1 card. That's pretty cool. But then if you have to, how many Crimson Rituals are there? 2. Oh. Yeah, with 40 cards. It takes a while to get your cards, especially because he only has such a thin deck. So my question now, if you create a deck, do you need to have 40? Let's take a look. Must contain at least 40 cards and can't have more than 4 copies. Okay, then it's, yeah, at least 40, so you can go higher. You just take all the decks together. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, I think solo is a bit unfair because they have such few amount of cards. Or am I playing it wrong? If the deck is empty, they don't reshuffle or what? No, he reshuffles. So, yeah. I think one thing you could do is play double-handed. Because then it's adversary first hand, adversary second hand. But then at least when the adversary does damage, you can spread it out a little bit, right? And then let's say if you have even 2 fire mages and you can just do 2 7s, then it's suddenly a lot easier. I think with one person, the fact that you're limited to those 5 cards, it's very limiting. Yeah, I think maybe double-handed will be easier. Well, they say you can play up to 4 people, and this deck does not change, all right? It just stays the same guy or girl. I guess in this case, a guy. Whatever. A girl? I don't know. My point is that I think it'll be easier with double-handed, to be honest. Because now I run out of cards, and then what? With the, once again, I'll just show you, right? With here, Surging Growth, you have the trees that when they're in play, they do damage. The beginning of your turn inflicts 2 damage to the opponent. Then you may put 1 seed from your discard pile into play prepared. So those seeds that come out, right? Then they allow you to take 1 tree card from your deck, show it to the opponent, put it in your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you can keep getting trees and putting them out there. Even the dead trees. If you're a Mage Noir, this permanent has Protector. So, yeah, it's just It's just cool. I thought this was easier. The seeds also give you... Actually, this is a seed. The other one wasn't a seed, right? Sprouted seed. This is a seed, just giving you 1 health point, so you can heal. But yeah, I had a whole tree, a whole forest full of trees that allow me to just go to town on the Duke. Yeah, I don't know. I think with the Fire Mage as well, you only want to hurt yourself when you're doing a super turn, not just to do 1 damage, because you just whittle yourself down and then that's it. And also remember, it's not because this guy is here that he's going to take the damage. He's there and you can take him out, but you can just focus full on him and ignore these, except for him, of course, because you have to hit him first, which is annoying. But in the game, so yeah. Okay, well, this is my second playthrough. I think I played it right. If it's wrong, then please do tell me. But as far as I know, I played correctly. Yeah, that's it. Do tell me what you think of this. You can also play this online for free on Steam, just so you know, which I think is what I'm going to try soon, just to practice. Alright, thank you very much for watching. My name is Joachim and always will be. See you soon in games all the time. See you next time. Bye bye.